Y'all still bills, what's the deal, man? I'm making a store run, heading to the store, go pick up some shit for Familia, and do what I do, man, like usual. But peep game, I want to get into some shit, right? And that is, I know these ain't niggas moving up here. We got black folk moving into the neighborhood. It's all Mexicans and Central Americans over here. Got some brothers moving over. Okay, right on. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know, I think they're Mexicans. Yeah, they Mexicans. Just dark skin Hispanic, dark skin Hispanic. But P game, man, I want to talk about something, man. That is, we got to rap about what we saw last night. First off, I want to say this. Anybody who purchased that fight needs to be committed to a psych ward. That's just the long and short of that, man. And anybody who thought that shit was just them, listen, man, this is criminal. Sebastian Fundora is the same dude who had niggas walking out of the StubHub Center when he got knocked out. Nobody is giving a fuck. No, this dude is not no box office fighter. Let's just be real about this, man. There is no box office fighter over here in this part of the world. Canelo was the only fighter, if we being real, that's the only fighter that's, proven that he's worthy of carrying a pay-per-view load by himself. The dude is going to average 500K. That is the only motherfucker that is worthy to carry a pay-per-view by himself. And on top of that, he just had his last fight on fucking Netflix. What the fuck make y'all think Brian Mendoza versus Tellez coming off a loss to Abbas Baru in his last fight? What the fuck make y'all think that shit is deemed that is deemed worthy of a co-main event on a pay-per-view, a box office fight? Y'all done lost y'all motherfucking mind. Y'all done lost y'all motherfucking mind, man. This shit is criminal, man. This shit is an atrocity, man. This shit is abysmal, egregious, whatever word you can think of to properly title them niggas putting the pay-per-view, justify putting them niggas putting that fight on as a pay-per-view last night. Words can't describe how maniacal these motherfuckers is, man. My lord. Stupid shit I ever saw in my life. Not as stupid as Charles Martin versus Luis Ortiz. Stupid, but stupid nonetheless. So as far as the fight goes, right? Man, listen, I told y'all niggas, man. Keith Thurman is about to get stepped on. And that's just the long and short of that, man. This nigga has fought 3 rounds in 4 years, dog. 3 rounds in 4 years. Chronic inactivity from 2017 when he beat fucking Danny Garcia. He went from 2017 to 2019. 2017 to 2019. 2019 he fought Josecito Lopez and Manny Pacquiao. 2019 to 2021 he fights Mario Barrios. 2021 to 2020, well, man, that had to be, I think he fought if it wasn't late 2024, it was early 2025. He decided he wanted to fight, he fought not Stevie Sparks, but Brock Jarvis. Do y'all have any idea how long of a drought that is? Like, bro, if you go a month or so without playing 2K, or if you're a fighting game head, you go a month without playing Tekken or Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, Tokam, I think that new Marvel game they got out, Dragon Ball Z Fighter. What else can you think of? Mortal Kombat. I think I named as many as I possibly can. You go a full month without playing those games, it's going to take you at least a full day, if not 2 to 3 days, to fully get your timing back. If you playing 2K, it's going to take you at least, the very least, a day. And I'm talking about you're going to have to play a multitude of games in that one particular day for you to get the timing back on your shot stick. It's going to take a while for you to, redeem yourself off that, man. Like, I don't know what y'all, I don't get how y'all don't apply that level of logic to this situation right here with Keith Thurman. Staying in the gym, sparring and everything, that shit is, that keeps you sharp most definitely. But when you're fighting at the highest level, when you're fighting at a world-class level, sparring isn't enough to sustain you. It isn't enough to sustain you, bro, because the sparring partners that you're bringing in, they're not world-level elite fighters unless they're that much smaller than you. You're not finna fight. You're not finna spar a fighter on the level of the opposition that you're gonna be in front of. That's not gonna happen. So it's not enough to sustain you. So you need to consistently be fighting. Shannon Sharp even said that, man. You can't, if you run a track, man, you gotta get in the meets. You gotta go. It's not enough to train for it. It's not enough to do the drills for it. You need the real, because, you know, fighting brings a different type of pressure to the, you know, to the scenario. It has a completely different dynamic. It has a completely different dynamic. Is it fighting? Yes, sparring is fighting. But it's not fighting on the level of a world-class fighter, because the niggas that you sparring do not fight on the level of the dude that you're going in the ring to fight. That's a fact. An irrefutable fact. So this nigga has made up in his mind, yo, I'm cool. I'm content with just fighting once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. Now, mind you, when he does fight again, when he fights Brock Jarvis is a dude who got outlined in chalk as a super lightweight by fucking Liam Paro. That was not a legitimate win, and because of that win, people was really in this psyop that told motherfuckers Keith Thurman is back. I'm like, how y'all? And this is my biggest beef with, well, one of my biggest beefs with the PBC. They just give you names on paper. They don't give you credible matchups all the time. They don't get. It's not a credible match. I didn't think Thurman looking to fight fucking Tim Tszyu was a credible matchup. I'm like, this isn't a credible matchup. It's not. And even if it was, what the fuck makes y'all think Keith Thurman is worthy of getting this type of fight? He's done nothing to deserve it. Absolutely nothing. I'm keep straight. Absolutely nothing to deserve this shit. And he still gets a fight for a belt, bro. This shit is baffling to me. It's blasphemous. 150% blasphemous, bro. You beat fucking you beat Brock Jarvis, and you not that rocket propels you into title contention. Get the fuck out of here. So he beats Brock Jarvis. Now here we are in Sebastian Fundora. He's back. He's gonna beat Fundora. I had people telling me he was gonna knock Fundora out, dog. I legit had niggas telling me he was gonna knock Fundora out. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. Keith Thurman has never been no dude who steps into the pocket. He'll stand there and bang out with you if you put him in position to do so. But he's not going to be the nigga to initiate an exchange. Not at close quarters. That's not his game. Keith Thurman is a dude who likes to use his mobility, take half steps back, and walk you into traps. That's always been his game. That's all. That's how he was able to beat Sean Porter. Every time Sean Porter would close distance on him, he'd take that half step back and launch that left hook, and it'd clip him every time. Every time. He does not fight. He does not have the fighting identity that will be able to go in there and give Sebastian Fundora any sort of resistance. That's not his game. Fighting the way that is not his game. He would have needed to know. He would have needed to fight more so in outlet right here. He would have needed to learn how. He would have needed to learn to fight more in the pocket and then learn how to step into that shit with conviction. Deep step in behind the jab. If not a jab, feint it. Feint it. Get up under the stop that he's about to counter you with and bang out. That's not what he does, bro. That's not what he does. He's a nigga who likes to stay on the perimeter, not too much on the perimeter of the ring, but use his mobility. And use his mobility to set up shots. Not shots. Set up shots. I don't know what had y'all believing that this dude was going to be formidable because of how he looked. This isn't the Keith Thurman that fought Sean Porter. And even if it was, he does not have the style to be able to thwart that of a fucking 6'6" ass Mexican dude who's acclimated to the division. Keith Thurman has been dormant for years. Sebastian Fundora has been fighting adequate opposition as long as Keith Thurman has been dormant. We can go back and look at let's go look at the amount of fights that he's had in between Thurman's, in between Thurman's inactivity, dog. he talking about, I'm not lubing this, I'm not this, I'm not. No, you're not. Because Lubin did better. Lubin did better. He put up a way better outing. You went in there and just got beat from pillar to post. What does it say about you that he kept at the start of at the opening bell, the sound of the opening bell, he walked right up on you and threw a left hand down the pipe and clipped you flush. Did it again, second round, buckled you. Buckled you. And I was on Nuke's panel. Shout out to Nuke, the IBFP and the panel. And I told my man Park Street. Shout out to Park Street, Philly. What up? Allen, I think he's from Allentown, PA. What in general? What up? I'm like, yo, what? You in the gym? What is the natural counter to the body shot? The uppercut. Thurman let a few body shots go. And Fundora started launching uppercuts. The minute I think he threw maybe 1 or 2 uppercuts, and after that, we didn't see any more body attack, body assault from fucking Keith Thurman. We didn't see it anymore. Because now he's weary of the uppercut. And you're still circling around the damn ring like, what are you doing here? 6 rounds it took him to get you the fuck up out of there. When you fight like that, and this is my biggest beef with people who think that this is the only way to skin a cat. This is the only approach to fighting that's plausible, that's guaranteed victory. When you fight like that, you have to be able to sustain that. You have to be able to sustain that. That takes energy. Moving, because you're moving in a direction that's contradictory to your natural body. We don't naturally walk backwards, we walk forward. You put that much more stress on your muscles when you move away from from where it is that you're going. Now, add to the fact that you're defending yourself. For physical, that is not only is it physically exhausting trying to defend yourself and you can't find a way in, it's mentally exhausting as well. Mentally. You cannot find a way in, you're getting hit. You don't just need to get clipped to the body, and he did land a few counters to the body. Not Thurman, but Fundora did. He did land a few shots to the body. You're getting hit consistently. You don't just get hit. You don't just get the wind knocked out of you if they clip you to the gut, bro. You get the wind knocked out of you every time you get hit. That shit hurts. That shit hurts. You have all of this shit working against you, and you still decide, like, who told you that this was a bright idea to fight like this? I did hear your cornerman tell you, man, you can't fight from the outside no more, bro. You can't. You can't. I don't get how motherfuckers thought that this was a bright idea. Why are you fighting? You're fighting this dude at a range that's conducive to him. And I want to say around about round 4 or 5, you start throwing Hail Mary hooks, Hail Mary shots out of desperation. And we see your legs going as well. You're fatigued by now. We see it. It's all in your body language. Not to mention you wearing this dude's work all on your face. You look like a Halloween mask in that motherfucker, bro. Like he was in there violating you, man. Texas Chainsaw Massacre mask having ass nigga. What are we doing? This wasn't a good fight. I told niggas this is not gonna be a good fight, and people was really, man, for Sebastian Fundora, he flawed. Yes, he is. He is. Is Keith Thurman a better builder boxer than the fucking Sebastian Fundora? Yes, he is. But the physicality of a fight is eventually gonna take its course, and that's what happened. That's what happened. The dude is too tall, and I'm not saying that he's unbeatable because he's been knocked out before. Erickson Lubin even put him down. So I'm not saying he's unbeatable in that division. What I'm saying is your fighting identity contradicts that, because you're not going to put yourself in position to capitalize off of the mistakes that you said he was making. And he was making some mistakes. But the thing is, when you got somebody bent completely to your will like that, you can make all the mistakes in the world. You're not in position to capitalize on it. He got to talking that shit at the press conference, man. I saw a lot of mistakes. I wasn't able to capitalize on it. No, you wasn't. You didn't do yourself no favors. Because you decided to keep 2 and 3 feet of distance between you and the opposition. You outboxing ass niggas, man. You sour science ass niggas. One dimensional. This is what I'm talking. Just one dimensional. One dimensional. No instincts, man. No instincts to protect yourself in the pocket. No instincts to protect yourself in the pocket and make somebody miss, see the openings, capitalize on the opening. No instincts. None of that. Let's just stay over here on the outside. That did not do you any favors. That style does nobody any favors, man, at a certain point, man. Everybody gonna be Floyd Mayweather, man. You're not gonna have the luxury of doing that shit to everybody. As we fucking saw. And for you to sit there and try to throw the referee under the bus, this ain't big, he's not meant for big time boxing. Based on what? Based on what? He's been in a multitude of championship bouts. He's been the third man in the ring on a multitude of championship bouts. Why the fuck is he not? He's not qualified for big time boxing because he saved you from yourself. That's why. Don't bring him back over here no more. He's not built for big time boxing because he stopped you from really getting hurt in there. Don't talk to me about Eric Morales and Marcos Maidana and all that, because those fighters, they were similar stature and height. It wasn't a foot difference between the two of them. Keith Thurman ain't no 5'8.5". Stop. It ain't no. It's not a foot of difference between Eric Morales and Marcos Maidana. And that fight was competitive enough to where you can let them go on. I don't even recall you landing that many shots. I rarely recall you throwing punches. You talk about another 4 minutes, the fight was just getting fun. How is getting beat the fuck up fun? How are you just getting started and you have no more energy to give to the fight? Your legs are gone. Your gas tank is completely depleted. Your face is chop suey, dog. How is the fight just now getting fun? How's y'all just now getting into the grind? He was getting into a rhythm. You was being beaten to submission. Fundora started putting punches together in the last 2 rounds. Violent punches. Violent punches. Throwing everything at you. Wide shots. Wide shots. Oh my God, man. This shit is just, man, listen, I had high hopes for Keith. I honestly did. I had high hopes for Keith Thurman because I thought that was the only fighter in the division that could give Bud a run for his money. I honestly thought that about Keith. And to see how far this dude that fell from grace is, I can't even really put into context. I'm lost. I'm legit lost. Legit lost. How you went in there and you just got violated like that. And then tried to skate. You try to blame the ref for what happened to you. Like that's just a lot of nerve and audacity. Your fighting style wasn't the reason as to why you look the way that you look. Your chronic inactivity, it's damn near a decade of you going inactive. That had nothing to do with it. That had nothing to do with you. You not acclimating yourself properly to the division. That had nothing to do with it. You fight Brock Jarvis and you think that that's supposed to suffice for you fighting a dude that's a career junior middleweight thus far. So we gotta fire the ref. Don't ever hire the ref to be the third man in the ring for big time boxing because of what happened to you. Zero accountability. Zero accountability. That shit is wild. I'm baffled at that shit. This is what we doing. No accountability, dog. No accountability whatsoever. I'm confused that you would. I'm legit confused. I'm legit confused. How does someone go? Like, Man, listen, bro. I think at this point in time, because you're not, and I'm glad you didn't win, because had you won, you calling out Spence and fucking Bud and Canelo. You really got it made up in your mind that you are in position to call out a Bud or a Canelo Alvarez. This is not 2017. You are no longer a unified world champion. And even when you were, you was never a commodity like that to the point where you could have told, hey, yo, nah, I need that. I need that. When Bud was calling you out, say what you want. I have no interest in fighting the Terrence Bud Crawford. Nobody fights for the WB. No, these were your words. These were your words. Now, fast forward, here you go. Shrugged off Earl Spence fight just for shit. Sean Porter made him look the way he looked. You're no longer a champion. Oh yeah, man, what's happening, Earl? And you still calling it? No. Earl was gonna get far more love than you got fighting Fundora when he makes his return to fight Tim Tszyu. And whose fault is that? Yours. Because you didn't do you didn't do what needed to be done as a fucking welterweight when you was champion. You wanted to be the businessman. Everybody want to be Floyd. All right, cool. You don't have the fanfare of Floyd to be Floyd. You don't. You don't have the draw power. You don't have the public image to be Floyd. But you finna sit here and try to play that role. All right, cool. All right, bet. Now you look stupid. So if you had won, then those dudes would have been in your scope. You would have been trying diligently to get a fight with Earl Spence. So I'm overjoyed that you lost. And Earl's in the division now too. Oh yeah. And you calling out Earl and Bud and Canelo, that tells me you ain't you're not mentally ready. You not ready. You're not gonna fight who motherfuckers want to see you get in there with. You're not gonna get in there with no fucking with no Virgil or no Boots in this or no Zayas or none of them dudes. You're not gonna get in there and fight them dudes. You want to be fast tracked to the biggest bag possible because you're a former unified world champion, as if that is supposed to suffice for what's happening in 2026, March 29th, 2026. Nah, bruh, no. I would love to see you fight, stay active. You dig? You're in a privileged position to be a known fighter in the sport. You're not gonna fight no Charles Conwell though. You damn sure not about you're not about to fight no Charlo. You're not about to fight no, I just said the other three dudes' names. You're not finna fight none of them dudes. You're not finna fight no Abbas Baru. You're not about to fight Boachuk. You're not gonna fight these dudes. You're not gonna fight Tellez. You're not gonna fight them. You're gonna look for the next lucrative fight, as opposed to working yourself back up, getting acclimated to the division, chopping down the necessary opposition to put you back in title contention. You're not gonna do that because you too Hollywood. You too good to do that shit. So I just say this: go get money with them misfits niggas. Go get money with them misfit niggas, bro, and just. You can. Adrian Broner just went over there. That's the perfect. Y'all go ahead and line that up. You and Adrian Broner on Misfits. That shit fuck around do $1 million. Nah, I ain't gonna do no million because don't like a fuck about you like that. But they can parlay that shit into something pretty respectable. Because oh shit, we got real pro, we got ex-champions over here now. Go get money with them niggas. It's nothing that nobody can do for you in boxing, bro. Like, in this realm over here, it's nothing that nobody can do for you because you don't want it enough. You don't want it. You don't want it. You don't want to do what's necessary for you to redeem your career and try to become a champion again. You don't want it. Just go over there. Just go over there and yeah, man, because that was it for you last night, man. The way that man carved you up like that. And as far as Sebastian Fundora goes, man, him and Samson Lukowicz, bro, I just, what do you mean y'all don't see a Virgil Ortiz fight happening this year when the dude is a fucking mandatory for the belt that you hold? How is this like? I swear to God, man, when I say American boxing ain't worth for shit, ain't worth a damn, bro. This is usually what I mean, man. These managers thinking that, listen, man, y'all niggas, y'all Waldo, y'all not Urkel. This ain't your show. Virgil and Sebastian is a big fight. Fuck you mean you don't see that shit happening this year? Why couldn't it happen this year? This shit is dumb. Shit is stupid, man. You dudes do. Oh my lord. Nobody give a fuck about unifications. Making the best fights possible available. Man, listen, y'all. I'm about to go in here and get in the store. Virgil, bro, you better activate that mandatory at the very least. You done let Ryan Garcia become a fucking champion before you. You better force that issue. Thurman, take your ass over there to Misfits. Go sign the fucking Jake Paul and fight KSI or somebody like that, man. Because it's a wrap. It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. You look slower in there. Defense was non-existent. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, dog. It's a wrap. And what's crazy is you fucked yourself out of so many opportunities. You played yourself out of so many opportunities because you thought you was bigger than what you are. You're not bigger than the program. Now here you are. You got to resort to fighting the towering inferno because ain't nobody else available for you to fight. Good God Almighty, man. I'm happy that it happened. It couldn't have happened to a more deserving person. It's about time somebody stepped on him and got him up out of here. And oh shit, I ain't gonna be able to get that spot. It couldn't happen to a more deserving person, man. That's practically all I gotta say about it, man. This shit is sickening. Get Keith Thurman the fuck up out of here, and Sebastian Fundora and Samson Lukowicz, man. I'll tap back in with y'all later, though. Deuces.